This is a typical schoolhouse in Guatemala. It's one story. It's 2 or 3 rooms, most of them have been. These are the school bathrooms. You see we're outside between these buildings. This is like a storage building for some of the supplies they need, shovels, mops, that kind of thing. These are the school restrooms. I know it's a little dark, but that is a commode. They are not boys and girls' rooms. They are just restrooms. That's a typical outhouse. That's how that works. And if we walk back up this way, this is the view from the front porch of the schoolhouse. It's early evening, so the sun is starting to go down. It gets dark fairly early here. This path, this is the building, by the way, the storage building. This is the path. That path leads through this cornfield on the side of the mountain. Those are all cornfields on the sides of these mountains. And that path leads up top. You can barely see right in the center of the screen. That's a soccer game going on between some of the boys from the village. Hello, boys. Say hola. Hola. ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Qué? Hola. Wave. Hola. And this is the school. Very, very primitive. There is electricity, and they have some old light bulbs, and they're not real bright. And this is the outside of the school building. And this is the playground. And there's some members of our mission team singing with some of the children. You see the little girl up on the path above. All these paths that come through the woods, they cut through the forest, and they go to homes, to individual homes. This is Carolina. She lives here in Guatemala and has acted as our translator. And the other guitar is being played by Janine, part of our team. And that's Natalie holding that little girl. These children have really very little to do other than be entertained with everything we're doing. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. And then we go down into this is the town square. This house belongs to the pastor. It's where we've eaten all of our meals today. There's Bruce on the front porch. He's talking to Pastor Greg. Pastor Greg is head of the missionary here. The meals are prepared in the kitchen there. Hola! And that's Ted, part of our mission crew. Hola! And this is the church where we're preparing to put on a service. They're providing their musical entertainment first. This is a typical house here in Guatemala, and you'll see again a stunning, gorgeous view. And this is another house. It's down the cliff. You can see them from my feet here. I'm only a couple feet from the edge, and it's about a 20-foot drop. And there's a house there, and you can see beyond that there's another house, and then a house next to that. And scattered throughout the mountainside are more homes. And this is the truck that got us up here with, well, it was pretty eventful. The road, this is typical of the road, it's wet, it's a clay base, and it's covered in rocks. This is the road. And that's a typical house. There are holes there. It's a mud mixed with straw and grass, and then a flat metal roof. And this is the road up out of the village. That's our second truck. We had team members loaded in the beds of these trucks. This path, you can see, is pretty washed out. It's difficult to navigate. And we went down to some homes, and then beyond that there's a road. And then you can see at the end of that road it goes left and right, and we walked all through there and over to where those lights are in the distance. These are friendly people, loving people. Buenas noches. Beautiful wildflowers, beautiful birds, the occasional pig. Everyone seems to have at least one pig that kind of roams their little version of their property. There's a rooster. I don't know what this rooster's doing, but it is a rooster. And this is their kitchen. And that would be their kitchen over there. The inside part where they cook. This is the outside where food is prepared for cooking. And dishes are washed. And of course it's all out in the great open. But look at that garden. Those are coffee plants. And they grow them from seed. They're in little plastic bags until they're large enough to be replanted. And then when they're replanted and they grow, they look like this. And there's some kids up here waving. Hola. Buenas noches. Hello, puppy. And this is her home. And you can see she's doing the dishes after dinner. And this is very typical of the mountain region of Guatemala near Zacapa. And this again is the church where I'll be performing in a few minutes. We can head in there and I can show you it's looking like a sellout crowd, as they all have been. I performed on the playground of the school earlier today, and the pastor asked if I would stay and perform tonight for his flock. So the service here starts in about 45 minutes, and the children are all playing in the town, in the square, and other folks are starting to walk in from some of the farther out region. And this is just a typical day, a typical early evening in Guatemala. Buenas noches. There's another house and their dog. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. And that is Guatemala in a nutshell.